My cats are liars. And I am hecka sluggish. Hello guys, Yinartmon here, and welcome back, Raptor Pack. Hello, my little hivelings. How you gorgeous people doing today? But you could probably guess how I'm doing. If I seem a tad bit lethargic, it's the meds. Hi V, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I absolutely deserve the pats. I deserve the pats for the shit I had to go through last night and this morning. Pun intended. Yeah, I do not want to go through this again. I realize I'm probably gonna have to go through this again, but I don't wanna. So, for anyone curious what the hell I'm talking about, thirsty and back hurts, but hey, I felt that. My back hurts too. I want to know what they did to my kidneys. Well, I mean, I just got rotor-rootered and telescoped like I was a frickin' puppet. So, I mean, it's understandable I'm having a rough time. I had a colonoscopy today. Let me tell you, it is an absolute pain in the ass. There's gonna be a lot of these puns throughout the stream. But yes, hello, my lovely darlings. I know I have not streamed much lately. Last week, I was hella sick. Yesterday, I was on a clear liquid diet. I was hangry, and I didn't want y'all to suffer me being hangry. Plus, I was a tad bit med because I had to take the medication, the dose 1 of colonoscopy prep. I had to take that at exactly 6:30. Took me an hour to get through the dose. Had to drink this powdery... I am never going to be able to eat a sucker ever again because of this crap. Polyethylene glycol. Ugh. It smells like how... you know those, like, dummies? The suckers? Taste just like those smell. Heck, I was surprised I managed to get through the Fanta I asked the husbando for. Also, yes, the cats are liars. Amaretto came over here meowing at me like, I want my food! And I looked at the time and went, oh, did the husbando miss it? I'll go over to Puff's food bowl, because Puff tells the truth. Lo and behold, there's food in the bowl. And I'm like, excuse you? Come again, cat? You liar. How dare you? I could have been sitting enjoying the heat on my back. Oh, phone call? Where the heck is my phone? My phone is not in my pockets. Where did my phone go? Uh-oh. Sugar, this is not funny. Actually, with that said, I will be right back. I gotta find my phone.
Stickers! You know, got stickers. You know who's got stickers? You know. Ha! That's great. Awesome. Dude, put your link in chat so this way I can click you later. You know, wrap the ball, got stickers. Stickers! I love stickers.
Are you open? I'll have a Krabby Patty Deluxe and a double chili kelp fries.
I found my phone. I left it in the back. I blame the fact that I am still technically coming off of the... I was about to call it Anastasia. Anesthesia. But yes, hello, V. How are you doing, darling? Wait, I already asked that, but no. Hi, Goldie. Hello, Thanos. How are you guys doing? I am... injured. How dare. Fix it, you fucker. I'll take more pets. I will take more pets. I have been... What the heck are you doing there, Soundwave? Do I want to know? Sorry, I flipped the thing for my phone and suddenly I am given a shipping picture between Soundwave and I'm guessing Rodimus? Huh? That's a ship? How is that a ship? Not even in the... Well, I guess technically they're in the same universe. Vibes and prayers will be thankful. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we have more people here. I will attempt to get to what I was talking about. So for those that didn't know, I had a colonoscopy this morning. Why did I have a colonoscopy? I'm not that old, you may ask. Depends on which continuity it's from. It was like Transformers Prime design of Soundwave. Oh no. I'm getting really sick and tired of bots. It makes me cry. At least on the inside. Anyway. Semi-recent cartoon where they had some interesting vibes going on between them. Keck. No, I don't. I feel worse. No, I do not feel clean at all. I feel terrible. And understandably so. So no one panic, but I do very much request prayers. Please. Talk to the big man upstairs with me. Not just for me, with me here. They found 9 polyps in my large intestine. 9. I'm not saying no in German. I'm saying the number N-I-N-E. 8 plus 1. 9. Yeah, needless to say, I'm not feeling great. And they... Let me grab my sheet here. They sent me home with pictures of the polyps. And detailed how they obtained all of them. I am not going to read you the details on how they obtained them, because I'm pretty sure none of you are interested in the medical side of all this. But... There were 3 at the beginning of the large intestines, 2 in the middle, 1 near the end, and 3 more at the end. So yeah. Thankfully, it says resection and retrieval were complete on all of them. So, yeah. Needless to say, I ain't feeling too hot. My gut got all cut up. So, yeah, like I'm looking because they actually gave me a picture of the large intestines. And a dot where each polyp was. What audio? I was about to say audiobook. What autobiography? Who in the world said I was gonna write my biography? I'm writing enough stuff as is. But yeah, there was, there was a lot more in there than I was expecting, and needless to say, I'm kind of scared. So, like I say, pray with me and pray for me that, these are just random growths and nothing worse. Please. I think the sleep meds here have worn off enough to the point where I can feel that fear again, and I don't like it. But yeah, needless to say, I'm very scared at the moment. I wasn't expecting that. Oh no, absolutely not. They're all gone off to the lab. You know, gotta make sure none of them are cancerous, especially given how many there were. Yeah, I think it's just now sinking in just how many there were. I was still loopy when I was looking at the paperwork. Gosh, I will say it was kind of funny. Me trying to walk out of the operating center. Because they're like, hey, can you walk on your own? And I'm like, maybe? She's like, how about you lean on your husband? I'm like, okay. Leaned on the husband. Husbando forgot. And husband, if you are listening to me on your phone while you were getting groceries, my blessed husband forgets how long his stride is, so he kept leaving me behind. And I'm over here absolutely knackered. Going, help! Wait up! Just hopping back and forth. Got to the elevator. Discord. I probably should put a comma in there. There we go. The husband is picking me up a taco. I just want a crunchy beef taco and an apple empanada because apple empanadas are back. But yeah, the funniest part was when we got to the car. So, by the way, we have a brand new car. The husbando has a brand new car. Like, actually new. It's a 2025 Grand Highlander. Goodness, this thing is a tank. Has a similar blueprint to the previous car, but my gosh, it feels bigger. I could probably drive it. Obviously not today, but still. So, that's it. So we got to the car, and I'm like, "Hi, Bondo." He let me go to open the door. I took a step. My balance decided to leave me at the station like I was on a soap opera, and I proceeded to flop against the front of the car. I'm like, oh no! I'm a fool! Ross, the husbando was like, I had to let go to open the door. And I'm like, you could have put me on the other side of the door. And he's like, okay, fair point. And he helps me into my seat. I just kind of flobble in. Admittedly, that was funny, and I couldn't feel any of the pain that I'm currently in now. So I'll take it. And I was loopy the entire time home. I had a couple, just a few moments of, hello, I'm here. Just back at the Loopyville. Whatever they gave me, it was extra strength. They did not want me waking up in the operating room again. Which is what happened last time when they went in the other direction. I had to have an endoscopy, where they went through the mouth instead of the butt. Thankfully, not with the same kind of camera. But anyway. But yeah, thankfully I didn't wake up during the procedure last time, but I woke up like as they were wrapping cords up, and I'm like, oh, I'm still here? And the nurse is like, what are you doing awake? So they knocked me the fuck out for this one. Ugh. Ew. Hey, mucus. Also, for anyone wondering, I am well hydrated now. My colon got cleaned. Oh no. Do I dare click on it? I'll click on it, see what it is.
Guys, if you don't slow the—
Yeah! Yeah, because again, remember, he's about at least a foot, if not 13 inches taller than I am. My lovely hubby has a long stride. Like, would you like to see something funny and safe? It greatly depends on the context. Speaking of context, we're gonna play a spooky game today. This is probably a terrible idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we're playing a spooky game called Tiny Bunny. I played the demo before and thought it was intriguing. So now I'm gonna play the full game. It's been a very long time since I played the demo. I think, when was the official release for this game? Was it 2020? I know it flew under the radar for a long time. It's a non-linear horror visual novel. This game is not suitable for children. What do you mean this game is in early access? Not really, thankfully. We made sure I could drive it. Hydration, I should get something to drink. All of you, hydrate or dihydrate. Believe me, as someone who could only drink liquid for all of 24 plus hours. Hydrate or dihydrate, motherfuckers! Okay, when was this? Okay, so release date was 2021. Which is when the early release date is. Release the game as 5 episodes, 3 of them are... Okay, so we got 3 episodes to get through. Wait, don't I own this game? Is it not in my library? Okay, you could buy it for someone else, never mind. It's on sale for 30% off, which, by the way, I think there's... Is the Steam sale still going? Yeah, the fall Steam sale's still going for, like, the next 2 days. Ends at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, I just grabbed... It did cost me about $113, but I did grab, like, 26 games. Like a mix of 20... Hold on. Let me go back. Oop. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna try and skip soundtracks. That's 2. 10, 11, 12, 13. Or is that a soundtrack? That's a soundtrack. The 13. Crap, I lost my count because soundtrack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it?
Want you to compliment them.
I'll compliment someone in a moment. Okay, so I picked up 6 soundtracks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 games and 6 soundtracks for about $100. Not bad. I'd say I did well. I gotta install most of these suckers. Wait, is that all of them? Steam family, Steam family. Right, I didn't buy these because they were already in someone's Steam family library. Okay, yeah, so if it's mine, it is actually, it doesn't say from Steam family library. Yeah, so I got 26 games. Or 26 themes, 20 games, 6 soundtracks. So, compliment myself in this state? Are you nuts? Ugh. I'm in pain. Oh no. Bondo sent me a cute gif. Oh no. Jeez. Eek. Ay, ay, ay. Yikes. No gusta. Okay, innards, please, please. Hi there, Bean. Oh, I can't even. I don't have the energy for an insult. Hi, Mr. Mays. Yes, I got your message on the sketch. I need to do some studies. Oh my gosh, I'm suddenly so tired. Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know if it's my back trying to crack or if they decided to play with my kidneys while they were in there. You know, oh yeah, I was supposed to add some more events, wasn't I? I forgot about that. Anywho. But yeah, so... No! I need to stay awake. I need to fix my sleep schedule. I've been up since 3:30 a.m. Oh, I was about to say, what the heck did I forget? And then I remembered, oh wait, what sleep schedule? I'm trying to get one! These medical procedures mess up my attempts here. Oh gosh. But yeah, but I'll the people doing the colonoscopy. Pretty sure that isn't the type of jam they're looking for, though. And I will say, and I'm going to repeat the joke that I threw into Discord, I think it was yesterday. Colonoscopy prep is downright crappy. Downright crappy. So, crap, I still have to compliment myself. Give me a couple seconds. Well, yeah, you used to live with me. You know firsthand. Hmm. Hehehe. Ooh, lemon water. Ooh, tiny oranges. That sounds good. I can have fruit again. Gosh, do you guys know how many things you cannot eat when you're doing a low residue diet? Cheer you up one moment. I am in pain. I want to know if they bounced on my kidneys while they were in there. I don't know if well, I'm definitely not underhydrated, so my best guess is I'm overhydrated. And that's why my kidneys hurt. But that's my best guess. That or they're having to deal with all of the medicine I had to take. You know how much medicine I had to drink? And they're like, oh, you drink it slowly over 30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Proceeds to pour the powder into the plastic jar they provide. And I'm staring at this thing going, this is half powder. What the heck? They're like, oh, make sure you shake it until it's thoroughly dissolved. I had to do a 2-dose. I hate every moment of this. Oh, hated yesterday because I was, like I said, I was hangry all day. It was terrible. I ate the little Italian ice. There's a mango one. So I ate a mango Italian ice. And I ate some Jello. I had Jello. I had green Jello. Because you can't have anything with red dye in it. It messes up the results. But, all that said, I actually probably should bring the music back on this game. Where'd my clicker go? No, why is my clicker gone again? Oh no. Why is my clicker gone? No. That's just gonna have to work. I hope that's good for sound. Oh boy. Clean is not fun. Panda had to all that so he gets it. Yeah. You understand the suffering. Looking after this guy, he's not ours. For half a second, I thought that was an inverted cast. Oh my gosh, he's so fluffy. I want to pet him. Give him a nice pet and a boop on his snoot. Precious pupper. Alrighty. I may have to use OBS. Hmm? Yes?
Did you remember to eat today?
Technically,
You didn't. Go get food.
I could eat today. I did eat today. Does not exactly mean I ate well. Speaking of, I got a burger I can eat. Hold on. There's a microwave burger. Ugh. Mistakes were made. But yes, today I did eat. Don't ask about medication because for those of you who don't know, I'll be taking all of my normal medication tomorrow with the exception of my metformin. I will be taking that tonight. I was not allowed to take my medication this morning, and I was not allowed to take my medication last night. Fair. It is food. It is sustenance. And what very steaks were made. Toast! I could have toast. Well, I mean, I can't technically have toast because we don't have a toaster. But I could have jelly bread. I can make myself some jelly bread. Num 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 num. Jelly bread. Jelly bread. Alright, so we need to get to this horror game. Alright, so spoopy time! Okay, so now the question is, okay, so I am in the lovely position again that I have to use OBS. I have to use OBS to... How do you not have a toaster? We just don't have a toaster. I'm the only one that would use... Like, I'm the only one that was gonna eat toast anyway. And just... We don't have a toaster. None of us use it! At least no one in this house uses one. So we don't need one. Therefore, we do not have one. But yeah, I'm gonna have to use OBS to figure out where my cursor is. Because it's not showing up on the game again. I know I've had this problem with a previous game. I just cannot remember which one it was. Okay, so that said, let's get it on. Mother-in-law uses the air fryer to ooh, I might give that a go. Yeah, and it's somewhere between OBS and the game itself. Because, yeah, I'm gonna have to use... I hate this. I gotta use the OBS, so my neck is gonna be tilted in the wrong direction the entire time. And there's a single... It's like half a second delay, it seems like. So again, I've played Tiny Bunny the prologue, but I don't know if we're gonna see it again. Alright. The wind clawed at my window all night long. It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast. Had to push grill it. No. My grill is not clean. In fact, it is currently playing host to a nest of birds. Alright, be safe, be careful, Goldie. An endless song, weaved from all sorts of voices. Shrill, gentle, sneery, twined in the air. Yeah. Wait, isn't that a creepypasta? The thing that stalks the fields? They were shouting and laughing, and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. See, okay, that's where my clicker is. I need to make sure. Our house had a mind of its own, the creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days, and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, swaying back and forth. One could come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves there was nobody behind the crooked trees. Was there? Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. Just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was already 12 after all. Still. Oh! The Owl Will Arrive, Episode 1. There's total of 5, 3 are out, still waiting on 2 of them. Oh, it's actually waiting on me to click. Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Убери книгу немедленно.
Oh, that's in Russian! Hey, put away your book. I'm just gonna click up here.
Сколько раз говорила, не читай за столом, вредно. Сидишь, сутулился весь.
Okay, so our main character, I'm guessing, is the young boy, because the little girl looks like she might be 7 at the oldest. Oh, I just noticed there's little dinosaur drawings on the thing. I wonder if those are his. Bet you the horse is the little girl's. How many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. Uh-oh, please tell me none of these are timed. We're screwed if they are. I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. Hi, we found my father's long-lost friend. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. Olya had already finished her breakfast and munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic, she almost looked like your typical girl from commercials.
Пока не съешь, из-за стола не встанешь.
You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes, as if it would make the porridge disappear. Failed it! Hold on. Pardon me, mucus in the way.
Deuterapteron!
Quackstamon, how you doing?
Someone wants you to compliment them.
Not again. Don't suffocate on my I'll try not to. Oh, yeah. Seeing... Ooh, cool. Same colors or different? Also, wait, do I have to do 2? Or do I need to do 1? Trying to find a red that will actually stick to your hair. Okay. Well, fingers crossed that you found one. I am recovering from a colonoscopy from this morning. I was still a tad bit, I'm now on the, like, border between Looneyville and reality. I can feel the pain, so I'm definitely mostly back in the realm of reality. Said there is a product called Splat that is basically invincible to wash out, so we'll try that next. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm no longer feeling absolutely shitty. Pardon the cursing. I guess I could say I'm no longer feeling crappy. My back hurts so much. I've currently got a heating pad on my back. I swear they played with my kidneys while they were in there. But, let's see. Feeling poorly? Feeling faint, even. That's probably not posh enough, but I'll go with it. Could always get Mr. Mace to say it. He's British. Not quite sure he can hit the poshness yet, though. He feels more street level. After finally meeting him face to face, he feels more street level, hilariously enough. Not the dainty, nose so far up in the air you would drown if it rained kind of person. He's not that. Crackers. I still have to compliment myself. How dare. I am literally drawing a blank, guys. I got nothing. I'm gonna have to reuse something. So one, I'm good at crochet. You said drawing. Okay, that was another one. I have finally got back into doing art challenges, and I actually posted it on the multitude of art channels that I have. I also posted it on Patreon, Subscribestar, and Ko-fi. Gosh, how many sites are there? There's Newgrounds, DeviantArt. I didn't do it on Insta. There's Kara, Artfoil. I'm drawing a blank. I have them all in my, I've got the, you know how on the Google Chrome you can group tabs together and you could close the tab and bring it back up and all those sites you had in the group will come back? I have all my socials accounts in that group so I could close it whenever I want and not have like 400 tabs open. Though I think my max is like 326 at this point. But anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, I'm finally getting back into art challenges. Which I may turn said sketch, because it is now Inktober. I may turn that sketch into an actual drawing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to ink it there or if I'm going to digitally ink it. Tab minimalist, but I abuse the bookmarks bar. If something goes into my bookmarks bar, it gets lost to the Ethereum. I will never see it again unless I'm like, huh, what does this button do? And remember that bookmarks exist. What's funny is I even have folders to organize them all. I do have folders! I think I have like 10 or 11 folders at this point, plus the group tab feature. The cause is lost. Retreat. I have well over 1,000 bookmarks, I'm sure, at this point. And I know a lot of them are dead. But I'll remember to get back to them eventually. Eventually. Oh, God, my kidneys. But yeah. And I'll repeat myself later, but actually no, I'll repeat myself now. Pray for me. They took out some meat, so to speak. The husbando is home! Hello! How are you?
Okay.
That's good. I hurt. Hold on, I gotta shift. Thankfully, it's not my gut that hurts, it's my back. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, I nearly trampled the cats this morning. I will say, when you have to do colonoscopy prep, if you have animals, I hope they understand that when you say move out of the way, that they actually move instead of doing what my poor cats did, which was, oh, she must be getting us food. We need to lead her to the food bowls. When I was trying to rush to the bathroom. Like, cats, please. You don't want this. They proceeded to stay like a full, like 20 minutes. God. Anyway. So, get himself punted instantly. You'd actively run into my feet. Oh gosh. Oh dearie. Oh dear. I'd say your poor cat, but in all honesty, if the cat actively gets in your way, said cat is going to get sent across the room. Goodness, he does it to himself. Oh my gosh. What's bad is I want to drink something, but at the exact same time, I do not. Races up the stairs and sprints. Y'all. That's precious. I love it. Cats are amazing. Water. Did I forget to get the water?
What?
Did I forget to get my water? Like, did I forget that I filled it up or something?
You did not fill it up.
Oh.
It's sitting on the stove.
Okay, I set it on the stove and forgot about it. That's perfectly understandable though, because I am surprisingly still coming off the, I keep wanting to say anesthesia. Good grief. But anywho, hey, as I was about to say when the husbando came in, please pray for me. They took out 9 polyps. 9. And I'm not saying that in German. 8 plus 1. 9. Also ads are about to start. So, sugar bits. Oh, I've only been live for like an hour. Well then. Sinus, it's a painful recovery. Boy, howdy am I feeling it. I'm sorry to hear they had to do that in your sinuses. Ugh. Talk about a headache. And mine was just a pain in the butt. As I said at the beginning of this stream, prepare for a lot of those puns. I'm gonna spice up this shindig. Turn it into a right down hootenanny. I do not have the strength nor the speed. No, I definitely don't have the speed for anything. I do not have the wherewithal, maybe? I don't have the attention span for a hootenanny, much less a much more shindig. Energy, that's the word I was looking for. Oh gosh. I should be fine by tomorrow morning though. Fingers crossed. And then I'll get back to writing, which I am now on chapter 15. And I have made a massive change. Oh gosh. And I've had to make a little bit of a lore. No retcons. No retcons. None of those. But I've had to make a small little note in my lore of, hey, this is where this came from. And made a decision that, on the one hand, when I first created the universe, I alluded to this particular fact because I wrote about it in the second manuscript. And that's a manuscript because, as I've said before, these manuscripts keep breaking into multiple books. Yeah. One moment. What? What? Pardon me, I'm knocked out. I will say I was actually playing some Power World earlier today. Because I'm like, okay, what's a game I can play that I feel like I'm doing something on, but I can essentially just set my character on a monotonous task if I'm just like, oh crap, I can't move. I play Power World. Just did work around the base, went and captured some pals. Something I have learned with Power World is, if you up the spawn count, it not only affects the normal spawn, so like your Catvias and your Chillits and stuff like that. Not only does it up those spawns, like you're walking around stuff, it up the spawns of the alpha Pokemon. Oh, oh gosh. Bless. Pals! I meant pals!
Close enough.
Close enough for government work. But apparently not close enough for a patent. Hi, Cole. How are you? But no. Increasing the spawn rate for normal pals, if you up it too much, it doubles the number of pals that are in the little boss areas. So guess who found out the hard way as she was going up against a level, I think it was what, level 48? Astragon and Blazamut. Guess who found out that there were 2 of them when you up the spawn rate or spawn count? Hope you have a speedy recovery. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I do too. They took out chunks of flesh. Which I mean is technically accurate. Well, not even technically. They did check out chunks of flesh. Ugh. But anyway. So. What was I talking about before that? I was talking about book. Because I made a change. Because one character was supposed to get knocked out and I decided, let's keep him, let's keep him conscious. He would know this kind of stuff better than anyone else in the room. I'm not undoing that change. Because he has very important lore. Because I introduced a story loophole in the same scene that I solved it. Only because I'm like, crap, how do I fix this? I can't take this back. This is how these guys get around. I'm like, okay, there's gotta be a reasonable explanation as to why only this character can use this and why no one else who would obviously abuse this technology would use it. Ugh, excuse me. I did figure it out at the very least. And I've also tied it back into the character of Uniraptormon and kind of just how screwed the universe was when what happened to her people happened. Again, I'm talking about the character, not me. The characters came before the username. That said, let's get back to Tiny Bunny. And the moment I click on it, I'm no longer going to be able to see the cursor. Yep. Sadness. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside. All because of the previous sleepless night. The black forest around our house and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. He's talking about porridge. The little girl's just munching on cookies. It looked like a jellyfish from Costu Odyssey? Am I saying that right? I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. Oh dear. Or how cold the Black Forest is at night. You don't want to find. We're gonna find out, aren't we? The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes. So yeah, all of the speech is in Russian. I don't know how to change that. I don't think that's going to be able to be changed. What did I just say? Oh, he's adorable. His name is Anton. I'll get it. I'll get it. I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porridge once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this carved on the other side of the table? Karina. Ah, that's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal damaging the furniture like that. Well, now she's got 2 rascals of her own. I'm gonna nom on this empanada before it goes cold. Oh. Uh-oh. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Should I remind her about it? No. She's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. I imagined her being my age, sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Hi, music, where'd you go? Or the thick forest? I imagine my grandma, Babushka, coming into my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed, while Oya sleeps nowadays, and saying this in her soft, smooth voice. Taiga is a special place, little girl. Can you guys hear that, by the way? I'm gonna bump this up. Like, the speech is beautiful. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out. Trying to discern what kind of beast you are. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground. Shoot, I actually matched the inflection. And that would be it? Grandma was caring. She never fought with anybody, never yelled, never swore. Oh, oops. Guess we got one of them, Oh, what's the Harry Potter meme? About to say Ganondorf. What is his name? I don't know Harry Potter stuff. What is his name? Not Ganondorf. That's Legend of Zelda. Not Gandalf, that's Lord of the Rings. The guy who's the meme is, he said calmly while screeching in the movie. Oh, Dumbledore! Okay, again, no one get onto me. No one get onto me. I didn't grow up with the books. They were banned in my house. Technically, I could read the books now. I have the entire... I technically now have the entire series. My mother-in-law gifted me a box set. It's still in the wrapping. Gifted me a box set of the Harry Potter books. You're good. You're good. But yeah, like, I technically could read them if I want to. I just... kind of meh. Like the little game where you find out what your little familiar thing in your little wand is. Like, that was kind of fun. And then there's also Hogwarts Legacy. I don't have any connection to it like other people do. See, they're not very well written. You're not missing much unless you're super into it. Okay. Been in cousin's house for a while too, until Uncle decided to read it himself to see if it was actually satanic. That's the reason it was banned in my house. Because it had magic, and magic was satanic in my house growing up. However, if my sisters wanted to read it now, they probably would be able to. It became unbanned after that. My parents never read it. They never read the series. They're just like, nope. There's magic in this. You're not allowed to read it. Which kind of sucked because I had to read The Hobbit for school. I tried to get out of reading it. I'm like, look, it's against my religion. I cannot read this. My parents will hurt me. Teacher's like, too bad. Read it, or you're gonna get a bad grade. And I'm like, well, I'd rather get a whooping for reading the book than get a whooping for bad grades. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. So I read it quickly, and that's how I started getting into fantasy books. Was The Hobbit. And there were parents who let me watch the Saw movies when you were 12. Well then. Although that does remind me, there was a movie that got banned in my house, even though, like, I watched this one movie a whole bunch because I thought it was really cool. Remember the Titans. You know, the football movie. Then it got banned in my house. You want to know why it got banned in my house? Why my parents are like, you're not allowed, no one's allowed to watch this anymore? One of my sisters said the N-word and said they learned it from Remember the Titans. And so it got banned in the house. I'm just like, what? Not gonna lie, I don't ever remember hearing the word. Apparently my brain just tuned that part out. It's like, okay, it's a bad word, don't need to remember it. And like aunt and uncle, I wouldn't have had any friends because the only folks I was friends with was people online. Holy cow, felt that. Although now I have friends in real life too. Quextamon is one of them. Oh, speaking of, let's see, and even let my cousins have a Facebook account for the longest time. I mean, I didn't have a Facebook account until I got to college. And that's because it was pretty much mandatory, because my entire group in chemical engineering, we had a group project and they're like, what's your Facebook account? And I'm like, what's Facebook? The looks on their faces were funny. They're like, you don't know what Facebook is? I'm like, no, what's Facebook? Social media? What social media? You know what MySpace is, right? No. I felt like such a massive country bumpkin. Going like, what the hell's this Facebook? And it pretty much, it was mandatory for me to get a Facebook account because that was the way everyone communicated. I'm like, great. Alright. Have fun with dinner. May your food be filling. And your sleep be restful. Oh, but seeing Quextamon actually reminds me. The books. Okay, so Kickstarter. I have sent off all of the books that are international, which is a total of 5. It cost me almost $200. Like $2 and some change short of 200 for 5 packages. Ah! Sorry, cat. I didn't know you were there. In my defense, you are kind of blending in with the shadows. And not my fault. You poor fuzzy baby. Gosh, her and Puff are really worried about me. But anyway, so all the international books have been sent off. All of the local books that can be delivered, with the exception of like 2, have been delivered. So now I just have to pay for shipping on all the other orders. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Oh dear. I will say I've sent off at least one of the American orders. It feels so weird saying that. But I have sent off one of the American orders, and it cost me $10.90 for one. So we'll just round that up real quick to 11, and I've got 12, I think? 12 orders left? Hold on a tick. I'm gonna go look at my Kickstarter thing and see just how many things I have left. Yeah, everyone's stuff is technically packed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one is a maybe, so 11 times 12. Let's see, 12 times 12 is 144, minus 12, that is 1, 3, 2? Did I do my math right? 144 minus 12, that's 1. 4 minus 1 is 3, so that's 1, 3. 4 minus 2 is 2, so 1, 3, 2. Okay, so 132, that's gonna be $132. Oh boy. And that's only if the price for shipping don't go up on before, you know, the time I get to the post office. I'm kind of thankful that Auburn has a bye week this week. I can do normal streaming. Oh, speaking of normal streaming, that reminds me of the special stream. You can all thank Shadab the Hat made it here. So, I really shouldn't have been like, yo, I'm gonna go all out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I shouldn't have done my normal thing of everything must be perfect, it must be to specs, I must do everything by hand. I'm going to fashion a dress from one of the Husbando's t-shirts because his t-shirts on me are essentially dresses. So, we're gonna closet cosplay this thing so I can get it done. I can get it over and done with. I just need to figure out how to do the blue. And then I'll be entirely finished and just do 3 streams because that is a week of streams for me. Oh yeah. Alright, all of that is said, let's back to this. Those were the times without the maddening screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. What in the world? Our parents used to love each other back then. Oh, divorce. Oof. Hey, VTube Studio, why are you losing track of my face? Let's try that again. There we go. I remember listening in on one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about Grandma getting prepared for her funeral. What? She had already bought a casket. Well then. And she called it her cute funeral box. God bless the grandma with that sense of humor. Speaking of sense of humor, I'm gonna eat part of this taco. It waited for its time in the closet, patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. Meat-colored material. Okay, that's a human hand. The human hand with a cinnamon twist. I'm a nom on the cinnamon twist. Oh. Sorry, I'm staring at this screen and glance down to start unwrapping my taco, and suddenly I see this hand come out of the ether and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to get got. The house didn't change since the time she was alive. Only all of the photos were gone. Glass-covered pictures with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead but watchful look in their eyes. I crawled out from under the table. Olya was done with her cookies and was looking at my share like a sly woodland critter. I turned my gaze toward the frosted window. There are a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. The pattern of frost formed a picture on the glass. I see feathers.
Оля, гляди, лиса!
Oh, I thought that was a raccoon. I did. Shows how often I see fox faces. I'm just looking at the eyes going, oh, that's a raccoon. Wait, no, now that I see the ears, that is in fact a fox. Oh yeah, look, it's a fox.
Где?
Where? It almost looked like those optical illusion thingies they put on the back of students' notebooks. A mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a little, I don't gotta blur my vision at all to see that. You kidding me? And look up under a certain angle. Okay, ankle. Angle, not ankle. Let me lift my leg to look under my ankle. Oh wait, is there an amaretto there? Yeah, there's an amaretto there. Good news, other parts of my body are starting to hurt worse than my back, so that must be something good.
Да не на улице, на стекле.
Not outside, on the window.
Смотри, вот нос, вот.
Look, here's the nose, and here's...
Ну-ка, доедай.
Hey, eat up.
Да, да, сейчас.
Yes, just a moment.
Я ничего не вижу.
I don't see anything. I wonder if you could use this to learn Russian. Oh yeah, this wasn't voice acted last time I played it.
Живо. Совсем немного осталось.
Hurry up, there's not much left.
А, вот. Но все равно не похоже.
There it is, but it still doesn't look like one.
А я говорю, похоже.
I'm telling you it does.
Не-а.
I'm sorry, that sounds like an anime laugh. Nya-ah-ah. Wait a minute. Wait, no, there's a character. Nya-ah-ah. Who am I thinking of? Oh, my word. Nya-ah-ah. Nya. I blame the medicine that they used to put me under, affecting my brain still. What character is that? Nya-ah-ah. This is driving me bonkers. I can hear it. I can hear the voice. Nya. But I cannot for the life of me remember who it is. Man, this thing became really stale really quick.
Похоже.
Man, it's gonna be them arguing back and forth.
Прекратите! Ну что за дети?
That's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me for so long. It's gotta be, it's a game character, isn't it? You know, I should probably wait for the next. Is it? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. No, that's yeah. They're different. It's yeah. It's ha ha, not he he. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm mimicking it perfectly is the funny part. And the terrifying part. No, it was before Undertale. That's fair. But no, the other thing is Undertale didn't have any voice acting. It had the like Animal Crossing or Banjo-Kazooie. But this was actually the sound was actually voice acted. Oh my gosh. I don't think it was Gruntilda. No. What? It might be Banjo-Kazooie. No, like from the game. I can see Skeletor as well. If it's from Banjo-Kazooie, it's gonna be from the first game. Yeah. It's one of the enemies. It's what they say when they see you. Frick, which one is it? It's not Banjo-Tooie. It's not the first level, it's not the first level. Not Mumbo. Not Treasure Trove. It's not Clanker. Like Clanker's Cavern. Oh, it's so nice to be able to drink water without having that Plenboo. Stop it. These kids, I swear. Now I couldn't see the fox either. It disappeared. Went away. Only the frosty patterns, similar to stretched out nettle leaves, kept creeping up the glass. Oh, what? They're not divorced? My dad entered the kitchen with long, measured steps. I want to have a beard like his when I grow up. I have a sudden desire to comb my husband's beard. Mom would always ask jokingly, "Come on, shave it off, it stings." How dare! Well, a good maintained beard is nice and fluffy and scritchy. Oh, the desire grows stronger. Ah! This was so long ago. Nowadays, rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Chloe always covers her ears whenever she hears something like, "What's the point in all this?" through the wall. "It's all for your sake," Dad would reply. "For the sake of our family." I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest word, That started with a D. Ah, I see. I see what's going on. And it had nothing to do with the window. Don't think about it, kid. Don't even want to finish it. I had that fear multiple times growing up. Never really thought about it till now. Hi, Brian. How are you? Oh, gosh. That is gonna be stuck in my head. I know it's a Banjo-Kazooie minion. It's not on the first 3 levels. I don't think it's in Click Clockwood. Sure. Just a small glass. What? That's fair. It was scary to imagine that me and my sister could be torn apart and taken into 2 different families.
Да что твоя лиса? Вот у меня на окне сова.
No, no, don't you curse me with that.
I didn't try it, but it smells very strong. I know.
Oh yeah, that is strong pineapple. I shouldn't have gulped that down. How is it spicy?
It uses habanero.
Oh, the habanero part. I missed that part. Like, you don't smell the habanero. Not at all. Yeah, I thought it was like, okay, it's some kind of pineapple drink. Yuzu pineapple, got it. I entirely missed the word habanero in that entire sentence. It's good, though. I don't want a full glass of it right now, but maybe mixed with a milkshake. Whew. Because, yeah, the habanero sneaks up on you. Whew. Let's see. Anyway, your fox is nothing. I have an owl in my window.
Опять ты со своей совой.
You and your owl talk again.
Так ты же вчера мне верил.
You said you believed me just yesterday. I mean, I absolutely would take a smooch. Wait, Haley. Who? Must I fight this Haley? I have a shovel. I may not be able to run, but I got one hell of an arm. Most folk on the internet either call me, you know, Raptor, or Goose. A good chunk of folk. I've just noticed something. A good chunk of folk just call me Goose nowadays. Well, I think most of y'all here still call me either Raptor or Uno. You said you believed me just yesterday.
Никто ключи от машины не видел?
Has anybody seen my car keys?
Вроде оставлял на подоконнике.
I remember leaving them on the windowsill.
Вроде.
Right.
Вроде оставлял, вроде нет.
Maybe you did and maybe not.
Вроде взрослый
You're
мужчина.
a grown
отец
man, a
2
father
детей,
of
а
2,
вроде...
and still... Girl! Woman! Sometimes people misplace stuff! Maybe you should learn to do it with that attitude!
Перестань, пожалуйста, Карина.
Karina, please, stop.
Дай мне спокойно
Just
собраться.
letting me get ready in peace. What went south with these two?
В корзине твои ключи, возле телефона.
Your keys are in the basket near that. You could have just said that! You didn't have to make it a barb. You could have just said, oh yeah, your keys are near your phone in the basket. And that would have been helpful! Oi!
Огромное тебе человеческое спасибо.
Well, thank you very much.
Антон, ешь быстрее, а то как
Антон.
мученик сидишь.
Stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish eating already.
А сова?
The owl.
Не было там никакой совы.
There was no owl.
Была!
Aw, but there was one.
Глазюки огромные! Во! И светятся!
Aww. Get that giant glowing eyes. Oya sprang up from the chair and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers the size of an apple each.
В прошлом году бабай в шкафу. Сейчас сова?
Last year you had the babai in your closet, and now this owl? Can I hover over that? Yes, please. Each. With a drop of monk fruit. Oh, maybe I can do this. Glossary. Ah! Okay, bye-bye. In Slavic folklore, a nocturnal spirit used by parents to threaten their ill-behaving children. Well then.
Но я же видела!
But I saw it! Leah shifted her gaze back and forth from Dad to Mom to me, but couldn't find any support.
А ты не думала подружиться с ней, нет?
Have you thought about befriending it?
Вымышленными
You know, like
мышами
feeding it with
покормить,
imaginary
например.
mice.
Не подначивай ребенка.
Don't bully our girl.
Просто мала еще.
She's just
И
afraid
спать
to
одна
sleep
боится.
alone because she's still little. Oya pouted her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Oh, that look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Like a needle in a bug box. Dad just snorted in reply and left, bringing with the keys he just found. A minute had passed and the theme song from The Little Mermaid, not My Little Mermaid, echoed through the house. It was stored on an incredibly worn-out cassette tape, which Dad had already had to glue together once. Felt that. It's so easy to fix objects by gluing them back together, for example. But how do you fix a relationship? Not that easy. For starters, you have to have both people wanting to actually reconnect. Both people have to realize, hey, there's a problem. We need to work together to fix it. And then you have the other lovely issue of, like, say, when mental health is involved. One person's like, we need to fix the issue. We need to, get help with our mental health. And the other person goes, there's no such thing as that. It's all in your head. Suck it up. Get over it. That kind of thing. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. The husbando got me my tea and my medicine for the night. I'm hoping I'm in less pain in the morning. But yeah. How do you fix a relationship? Very carefully. It will never be the same again. But you can still fix it. Mom moved to the living room and I was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. Oya had trouble sleeping ever since we moved to this house. She would toss and turn or curl up into a ball under her blanket. Sometimes she would jump up in the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Cartoons helped to take her mind off all the troubles we had with the move and our parents. No! No! Then Oya says she saw that giant flying monster outside her window. She became obsessed with it. Our parents did everything in their power. They even tried every trick. Wow, hey, brain, quit putting in words that don't belong. They tried every little trick to get rid of those ridiculous fears. Oya refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was just one of her nightmares. After last night, I was unsure what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it myself. Can nightmares be infectious? That night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep and ended up thinking of what to expect from my new school. There were a couple of days left before the beginning of a new term. My imagination drew long, twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. I'm immediately looking around the room for stuff that stands out. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures cut out using a template. Oh, there's a little dinosaur up there. Yeah, the dinosaur drawings must be his. Circular holes gaped in the middle of their faces, and a pair of eyes blinked inside those holes. It was as if some completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the black, flat silhouettes. Yes, I realize this was backwards, but at least I got the words. Their cruel glares filled with icy sneers made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Won't they gang up on me and beat me down? Stomp on me with their bloodied shoes? Damn, school can burn for all I care. Jeez, kid! I just wish for anything to happen to it. Doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. I didn't want to see people who were just itching to smack me on the head, trip me up, think of a new offensive name for me. Worse than the previous one. I felt like the glasses I wore may be an outsider or some sort of monster. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging on the walls. Couldn't consider myself a great artist, but Oya begged me to hang them. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. Hey! Another one of those moments I've felt that. Small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a cold voice, "You've got the wrong number." Or, "Anton is not around." Anton is not around. I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds just like me, listening to the howls of invisible werewolves outside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all? But who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? Well, I don't know about your classmates, but I like someone with thick glasses.
My glasses aren't.
I wouldn't call them thin. Actually, you know what? Let me see your glasses. Okay, never mind. They're kind of average, I guess. They're a little thicker than I remember. At the very least, they're not Coke bottle. Still, I mean, they're thicker than sunglasses. So I guess I get to rephrase. I like someone with a beautiful beard and pretty glasses. Don't worry, kid. There'll be someone for you. Not me, but someone. I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little, and now he's married to the most beautiful woman on the planet, my mom. Aww. The house creaked, pressed by the wind. Condo we used to live in. A 9-floor concrete building. Buzzed with the neighbor's drill, mumbled with a TV set from behind the wall, cried like a baby for the big family next door. Our current house, though I can't really call it new, was completely different. It was silent and easygoing during the day. Shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet, cobwebs, and under the stairs. Farfetnugan. But they all woke up during the night. Something was watching me from every corner, almost as if the old photos of my deceased family, with their ashen eyes, were hanging on the walls in place of my drawings. Immediately looking at the surroundings. The floor was squeaking, rusty drains were moaning, the attic was occupied by noisy drafts. Knock it off! Good sound design. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic melody. That sounds like you need to get a new house. And then I realized I was in fact hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. Wait, what? Somewhere at the edge of my perception, I could hear a flute. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind, of the creaking old house, and my thoughts too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to reassure myself that this music was nothing more than a product of my imagination. It's not like someone is playing it there amidst the cold, snowy night, right? Oh no. Someone was dancing in the field. Many people were dancing in the field. Black silhouettes I could barely make out with the dark forest as their backdrop. They jumped around, basked in the moonlight, bumped into piles of snow, rolled around and crawled on all fours. I see bear, bird, fox, deer, maybe dog? Oh, I guess wolves. Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. They stood up right at a time, circled around, holding hands and whipping up snow, disappearing into the shadows for a brief moment and then coming back. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starless abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Uh-oh. We've been had. Suddenly the music stopped. The dancing shadows froze in place, and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Close the window! Thanks for that one! Wasn't that perfect timing? Well done, Thanos. Oh, goodness. Alright, hold on. I gotta reposition. My back hurts. Ooh. It glided on squeaky snow without leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. My heart was jumping around like a bird inside a cage. There we go. I shut the curtains with a swift motion and stepped back toward the bed. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guests move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved to the right and circled around the house. Now my guest should be at the front door. I jumped into the bed and covered myself with a blanket as if it could protect me. Shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remember the funeral. My grandma lying there, hands crossed on her chest, her facial features sharp like that of a tin doll. Ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's casket. I imagine those little creatures climbing up her head and pulling up her eyelids with their tiny legs. And her wrinkling eyeballs would once again move inside their sockets and she'd be able to see her grandchildren. I was chanting the spell she taught me throughout the whole procedure. And now lying under the blanket and listening to the squeaks and howls, I was repeating the same words.
На острове Буяне, в Синем океане, стоит домовина, в ней сало и глина.
Oh, wow.
Волосы седые, чертям еда. Раба Божьего Антона не тронут никогда.
On the Isle of Buyan, underneath the blemished sun, in the sea of color blue stands a cabin made of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair for the spawn from Devil's Lair to feast and always leave alone God's faithful servant named Anton. I guess it's supposed to be Buyan and sun.
Бесы запутают дорогу к дому.
Evil leave this house must.
Мертвые к мертвым.
Ashes to ashes,
живые к
dust
живому.
to dust. Poor kid, his hair's gonna turn white too. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. Cautiously peeked out from under the blanket and saw curtains waving around like a hanged man. And then the night doused me with a new portion of boiling terror. The sounds scratched at my eardrums. In reality, something or someone were scratching at the front door, hurriedly clawing at wood, demanding to be let in. The door was shut. Dad had become very cautious recently, so he installed a sturdy lock. I remember him staring at the forest intently as if he was looking for someone.
Мертвые к мертвому.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them, and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the might of darkness. And then the doorknob twitched slightly, and it turned halfway once, twice, as if the person who tried to enter had no hands. The doorknob tilted once more and then started clicking violently. My jaw cramped from fear, my wet fingers clutched the blanket. The door creaked and opened. The wind taunted me, moaning inside the tin drains. Now you'll see. The door was wide open. The darkness writhed inside the omnivorous mouth of a doorway. It was as if the night itself was calling out to me, flapping its black wings and squeaking with rusty hinges. I was trembling and snared by the web of darkness that hung, bone be silent, in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of the gaping black hole. My abdomen tightened and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. But before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me, "Pusha, you asleep?" My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief.
Оля,
Оля?
я не сплю.
I'm
Что
not
случилось?
sleeping. Did something happen? Oya frowned and stuck out her lower lip. Clear sign that she was about to cry.
Оно опять прилетело и пялится на меня.
It's there again, staring at me.
Прогони
Shoo her away,
её
Tosha,
тоже.
please.
Прогони, пожалуйста. Я так
I'm so
боюсь.
scared. The fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to calm Oya down.
Это был сон, глупая. Не
It was
пугайся.
just a dream, silly.
Сны не
Don't be
кусаются.
scared.
Никто
Dreams
тебя
don't
не
bite.
обидит.
No one's going to harm you. Oya sobbed. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself?
У меня есть идея.
I have an idea.
Пойдем к тебе в комнату.
Let's go to your
Видео
room and
посмотрим.
watch the video Sleeping
Нашу
Beauty,
красавицу, например.
for example.
Тебе же нравится этот мультик?
You like that cartoon, don't you?
Почему у спящей красавицы
Why does the Sleeping
принца,
Beauty
у
have a
меня эта
prince and I have
страшная
this scary bird? Oh, because, dear child, you must be strong. That question took me by surprise. That is one hell of a grounding question, too.
Ладно, давай посмотрим
Alright,
Золушку.
let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What's studying me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. Couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair.
Туша, ты идешь?
A shoes house? A box? Tush, are you coming?
Да, да, сейчас.
Yes, yes, just a moment. Ah! Hold on. One moment. Let me check my gut. I'll be right back. Where's the ads? I'll be right back. Oh gosh. Ah. Okay, ad should be over. Alright, let's get back to this. Oh, that hurt. Physically hurt. See, that's why I didn't want to laugh at Oya and her owl in the morning. Who could be visiting us here in the middle of nowhere? You don't know anyone around here. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled just from a silly thought that our morning guest could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet, under the table, behind the curtains where Oya always hides. Uh-oh. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them toward the hallway. A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry. My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars. Worse than bandits. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused.
Здравствуйте.
Hello. The senior officer wore a grim expression, nodded.
Тут мальчик вчера потерялся. Вовой зовут.
A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova.
Глянь, пожалуйста. Ты
Look
его
at
не
this,
видел?
please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile.
Нет.
No, I haven't.
Точно? Посмотри внимательнее.
Look closely, kid.
Где мне его видеть?
Where
Я
would I
тут
see
никого
him?
не
I don't know
знаю.
anyone
Да
around
и из
here.
дома-то
Barely leave
почти
the
не
house.
ухожу.
А может, видел в окно?
Maybe you've seen him from the window?
Да. У тебя ведь окна на
That's
лес.
right. Your woods... Your window looks straight at the forest, don't they? The window.
Нет, не видел.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Ясно.
I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, his stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt, which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway, and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason.
Вы, кстати, как на новом месте? Попривыкли уже?
How do you like your new place? By the way, getting used to it? Given the fact that they're wearing Olshanka, I am pretty sure this takes place in Russia.
Понемногу. Только
Bit
вот
by
дочка
bit.
маленькая по
It's just
городу
our little
скучает.
daughter misses the city a lot.
Скучает, значит.
This city,
Из местных
The
вас
locals
никто
been-
не беспокоит?
Ha ha ha, probably not.
Все хорошо, спасибо.
Everything is alright, thank you. Policeman pierced through me one more time with his brown eyes. My head started spinning.
Может, вам помочь как-то?
Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner.
Я вот стою и думаю,
Well, I think about it.
ты, малец, на племеша
вот-
моего похож.
You look just like one of my nephews, little fella.
Шустрый парнишка
He's a witty
твоих
boy
лет.
around your
С
age,
такими
wears
же
the same type of
окулярами. Все
goggles.
книжками
Always
зачитывался.
engrossed in reading those
детективами.
mystery novels.
Когда летом погостить приезжал,
Told me once in
говорит, что в
school
школу
when his family
милиции
visited this
мечтает
summer.
поступить.
Aw,
Как я.
wanted to
Хотел
help other
людям
people
помогать.
just like me, see?
Смекаешь?
I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me.
Ох, ребятушки,
You know what?
сидите-ка вы
Little boys
лучше
like you
дома.
should stay at home, steer
Не
away from trouble.
ввязывайтесь ни во что.
Times have changed so much.
Жизнь сейчас совсем другая пошла.
My mom interjected in a cold voice.
Мне ли не знать?
You don't say.
Ну да ладно.
Ah, well then.
Ты, Антон, в каком классе
What
учишься?
grade are you in, Anton?
В 6.
6. Oh, he's just a little baby.
Друзей-то на новом
Have you
месте
made
еще
any
не
friends here
завел?
so far?
Пока нет.
Not yet. I'll
Я
be
только
going
после каникул в школу пойду.
the first time after the break.
Тогда вот вам на всякий случай мой номер. Звоните, если узнаете
Oh.
что.
Tell me if you have any new info. Well, I guess that makes sense, given the fact that the boy probably around his age. So if any other kids go missing just like the kid, or if anyone knows Vova, this kid's probably going to be the first, Anton's going to be the first one to know about it, more than like, if I had to guess. Policemen were gone along with their shadows. The cheap smell of cologne? I mean, technically. The smell of cheap cologne and the photo of a smiling boy. His face still stood before my eyes. I wonder what it was like for him being all alone there. For some reason, I thought of the forest swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? Not gonna lie, that is a question that little me thought about many, many times. Goodness. I've thought about that question a lot. Oh, good. Oh. Okay, that particular thing might have gone a little deeper than I thought it would. I have thought many times throughout my life, what would my parents do if I go missing? If I just don't come home? It's one of those you want to try, but you want to see what happens. And at the same time, you also wonder, could I ever go back if I did that? More often than not, the answer feels like no. That got a lot deeper than I was expecting, so let's move on. Ooh, I am running out of energy, something fierce. Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually?
Мам, а Вова этот в нашем лесу заблудился?
Did he go missing in our forest?
Выходит, что так.
Seems like
Бедный
it.
ребенок.
Poor child. I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off toward the village. Okay, that's gotta be a Russian car. A Soviet... Ha! Called it! A Soviet and Russian off-road freight passenger car brand which was produced on the Ulyanovsk car factory. No clue if I said that right. I don't speak Russian. All I know in Russian is Privet Dishem, which is hello everybody. I may be able to copy your Russian accent, but that is literally because of practice. Spiteful practice, but practice nonetheless. I'll teach that geography teacher not to give me Panama. Give me frickin' Russia. It's like, oh yeah, I could talk about all this cool stuff if I get, you know, Central America, because I'm from there. No, you get Russia. It's like, okay, well maybe they'll go first. And as the projects went on, each group got graded harder. Guess who was dead last? Russia! So Russia was the project that got graded the hardest out of the entire class. Boy, howdy did I make it his problem. Not because I was, you know, a troublemaker or anything. No. I'm like, okay, what can I do here? Food? I got food. No one wants to do food. I can do food. Clothing? I'll do clothing. I could do clothing. No one here wants to do clothing. So we put all the PowerPoint together, and I'm like, and then we had to do like something linking to, you know, a real world thing. Real world news event. And I'm like, give me a couple seconds. Give me a few minutes. Give me a day or two. So I talked with my mom at the time, because at the time, she was working with the North Central Abuse Substance Council. North Central Alabama Substance Abuse Council. Knapsack! Not very far from Nutsack. Yeah, knapsack is how I always said it. And it just so happened there was this influx of Russian heroin called crocodile. And crocodile was also being called the zombie drug. Not because it turned you into the thing. No. It's literally because from the injection site, it would rot you from the inside out. And I got a hold of one of these pictures, thanks to my mom. And so I'm like, okay, I got my real world event, but I need to put a warning screen in front of it because it is graphic. Can we do that?
Computer Afterbot!
Am I what is it?
Someone wants you to compliment them.
Compliment myself? Okay, I got one. When I want to get back at someone, I do it in the most damaging way possible without physically hurting anyone. There are days when I am spite incarnate. I definitely was spite incarnate in college. But yeah, so this college professor, bless his heart, I hope he learned his lesson. So we get up to, do our thing. And this isn't one of those like little rinky-dink classrooms. No. This is one of those big old auditoriums with the theater seats and the giant projector screen. That's practically a story tall. This man regrets ever putting me on Russia. So we eventually, my thing is at the very end of the presentation. So I get up there and I have been practice just these 2 words. Privet visiem. Or hello everybody. And then proceeded to do my little presentation. Talked about the Ushanka, talk about, the whole meme of in Russia food eats you. Talked about like various canned foods and stuff like that. And then I got to the real world thing. I know I've told this story before. And I'm like, okay. And my class had like football players, cheerleaders, a lot of the more easily squeamish people.
You're Afterbot! You need to reload!
Reload on what? The easily squeamish people. Smoke. What's a smoke? Keeping in mind, this has been over a decade since I've done this particular presentation. I just remember the part that made people go, what? So my little warning screen comes up and I'm like, okay, I'm not joking, guys. This is your chance to put your head down, wait for me to tell you it's okay to look back up. This is gonna be bad. Because I had put someone's arm, which was thoroughly in the aftermath of taking crocodile. Like I'm getting sick just thinking about it. So I'm gonna stop describing it. But just know, this arm had been rotted by crocodile. I'm like, okay, last chance. I'ma click the button. No one looks down. Click. The entire screen was taken up by this rotten arm. So many people looked down and all I could do was cackle. Hi? Hello? So glad I was not in the middle of playing the game. Holy crap, that would have spooked me. That'd have spooked me back to a coma. Oof. The echo scares. Yes, hello, David. What is up, Timmy? Good, how you doing? Pretty hate Monger. How you doing, Monger? DJC Animation. What have you been up to, dear sir? Oh, Dawn, handy dandy lady of it will press fame. How you been? How you doing? I'm recovering. How's this game? It's a horror visual novel, so it would be safe for your hands. Dying in Silent Hill, felt that. I had a colonoscopy this morning. I just realized I probably didn't tell you. Yeah, they actually took out, For those of you who don't know, I had to have a procedure this morning. They took out 9 polyps. And I don't mean in German, I mean 8 plus 1. 9. So, needless to say, please pray for me. I mean this in every sense. Please pray for me. At the age that I should be going to get my first one a long time ago. Yeah, I am too young to be getting this. But when I described the symptoms to the doctor, the GI specialist that we've got, she's like, oh, yeah, well, you know, we're finding colon cancer in younger and younger people. Immediately went, huh? Pray for all, Chad. I'll add you to the list for a special prayer. Please and thank you. I am terrified. I was expecting maybe like, okay, maybe 1 or 2. I have pictures of all of the things that they yanked from my gullet. Still kind of reeling over the fact that there were so many. But yes, please. Pretty please. Thank you. Yeah, I swear at this point, it's somewhere in my medical records saying, just give this person pictures of what you do. That way she doesn't ask. Because ever since I asked the doctor who did the surgery on my right ankle, I'm like, hey, can I have pictures of what you see in there and what you do in there? And the doctor's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Ever since then, I get pictures. Be nice for your photo album. It's like, see, it's here. This is what it looks like on the inside of your body. Oh goodness, I have 10 people. Hi. But yeah, so kind of a gross update, but it's a health update, so that's where I'm at. Also, Dawn, you should be getting your Kickstarter package sometime next week. I will. Oh god, my head.
Raptoron!
What is it, Grekade?
You need to drink some water!
I'll drink my tea instead.
Freezing! Raptoron, you need to reload!
Reload on what? I'm overhydrated. Actually, that's actually a good point. I am overhydrated. What?
Did you remember to eat today?
I have a burger in front of me.
Raptoron, go get food. Did you remember to take your medicine?
I wasn't allowed to take my medicine until just now.
Go take it if you haven't.
Oh, Jimmy versus... You haven't followed before? I could have sworn you were already a follower. Well, welcome to the Raptor Pack. Enjoy your stay. What?
Someone wants you to compliment them.
The burger in front of you. It's food. That is edible. Technically. That is the compliment I will pay it. It's a McDonald's burger. What do you expect?
Hey, Raptormon.
What?
Hey, Raptormon.
It's how you sit.
Chat wants you to check it. What's a posture?
It's how you sit.
Chat wants you to check it.
Buggers, I am in pain. That said, I think I maybe got another 30 minutes in me. I will figure out which enemy that is. I think maybe it's a ghost enemy from the Monster's Mansion. Thank you for the pets. I appreciate the pets. I very much need them.
Hey, Raptormon.
What, Grekane?
Check your art layer?
Art layer?
Yes. Is it the right one?
Bugger, we're not drawing.
Okay, I'll let you handle it.
Grekane, I'm the one that went under I was about to say anesthesia again. No, I was about to say Anastasia. I went under anesthesia. Sit up, right shrimp. I am not shrimping you, bugger. KSP. So, all of the international books have been sent out this week. That cost me $200 for 5 packages. And I'm looking at around $11 for all the packages that I've got to send out in the States. I'm going to be doing these in batches. Dawn and Timmy, y'all's is going to be in the first batch. I just need to make sure. I needed to make sure that I was be able to pay for all the international stuff. Still shocked that it's like $197.72. So pretty much 200. Excuse me. No, I'm not. I'm in pain and I'm a chillet. Overseas stuff is harsh. I remember sending foamy stuff overseas. Killed us. Yeah. And it's more expensive now, which, by the way, if you want to ship anything, the rates are going to be going up probably sometime in November, December timeframe. The guy at the post office, who I think at this point he knows who I am. Just because almost every single time I'm at the post office, he's there. But he's like, yeah, just word to the wise, try mailing it. You could still put it in the box, but put it inside of these flat rate bubble envelopes, and it will drop your shipping. Only by about like $2, but hey, $2. Every penny counts. $10 profit. I think I might be in the red by 180 after all this is said and done, but I will be doing all of the math when I am finished. Yeah, I got Austria and Canada. Austria, Canada, and England. Austria and England cost me $50.55, I believe, each. And then Canada was 30 something. Yeah. But I've sent out one United States package, so one American package, and it was $10.90. So I'm hoping all the others are gonna be $10.90. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm gonna be this next week. I'm gonna try and get out all the others. I'm gonna do them in batches. Just to be on the safe side. There are 3 packages that I'm kind of on. 2 of the packages are for people who are local but haven't gotten back to me. And one person didn't even confirm their address. And I'm like, dude, you have a physical reward. I kind of need your address to send this to you. Please contact me. I'll probably email them sometime this next week if they don't get back to me. But yeah, so hopefully between this next week and the week after, you guys that have ordered Kickstarter stuff should get it. Unless, of course, you're overseas, in which case that was already sent. I gave you your tracking numbers and messages over on Kickstarter. Have fun! They're taped as best they could be. Needless to say, I've learned from how they taped it at the post office, and I'm going to be retaping everything I've got here. I'm sorry. But yeah, with all that, we're playing Tiny Bunny. Like I said earlier, it is a visual novel style game. You just click and read, so it's nice and easy on the hands. And this is, in fact, a horror game. We've already had one scare. I had to take a break and move around a little bit because that physically hurt me. But yeah. Oh, wait, I just realized I didn't do my normal raid thing. I blame the crap they used to knock me out, the stuff they used knocked me out so well, I didn't wake up until I was in the recovery area. Last time they did an endoscopy last time I was there, and I woke up in the operating room. I'm like, where am I? I'm still in here? And the nurses are like, what in the world are you doing awake? I thought it was the funniest thing. Needless to say, whatever they used this time hurt. But anyway. But yeah, for those of you who don't know who I am, hi, how you doing? I'm sorry it took this long for me to get to this. I am Shooter Afterlife. I am a published sci-fi fantasy author, freelance artist and animator, podcaster, game developer, and variety Twitch streamer, among many other things. Speaking of the book, by the way, I am currently in chapter 15 of the sequel. I've made a few changes. Nothing is retcon, before you ask. It's just making sense, and B, I accidentally may have put in a little bit of a plot hole, but thankfully I was immediately able to solve it, because I made one change. And admittedly, it's going to be funny later down the line because, oh my gosh, I just realized the third book is going to prove why those things were so important. Okay, I feel justified already. You guys have no idea what's coming. You have no idea what I have in store for you beautiful people. I just hope you enjoy the books. I hope you all become fans. That would be cool. You guys are cool. Y'all aren't crazy. Okay, that was funny, not gonna lie. Aw. And it keeps getting strong. Anyway, so we were talking about the car. So, a Soviet and Russian off-road freight passenger car, which was produced on the Ulyanovsk. Can't wait to read it. Yay! By the way, if any of you guys have, oh my, hey, brain, we need this information. Give. Ebook thing. Kindle Unlimited. That's it. I'm still gonna do that. I need to figure out what character does that. One of the characters said, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read the ebook right now. If you read the ebook, I do get paid. I think it's like 60-ish% of the list price. And I have gotten my first royalty check from the ebook stuff. It's $2.75. Yeah. Okay. Oop. I just hope you guys like it. Yeah, I missed out on the ebook, so I'll have to get that one so I can read it better on Kindle. Woo! Oh yeah, that's right. Your order didn't have one. Yeah, it's on Kindle Unlimited, so you can read it for quote-unquote free. Let's see. Put in the ebook after I did the play. It didn't register on the Kickstarter, huh? Couldn't change it for some reason and didn't want to cancel. Okay. Well, I have an idea. And since I do believe I have your email address, I can go through with this idea. Just kidding. I appreciate that. I really do. See, the police UAZ drove off toward the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Oh, we already got another one? Right. A series of contemporary Russian original or translated teen mystery books. Oh, cool. Which, by the way, if you see me looking hard all the way over here, it's because I don't have the cursor on the game. I can only see the cursor through OBS. I don't know why it's doing this again, but we found another game where it's doing that. So just be aware if you want to stream this game. All right, I'm gonna adjust my seating. I'm gonna hope for the best. The average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people. And after a set of amazing adventures, bam! Solved any complicated case. One of these days I'd like to write a mystery. I do have a horror novel called Wishful Thinking, but that's gonna be much, much later down the line. I might do it as an NaNoWriMo book again, like do the sequel. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest. And then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation of my own? Kid, you have been seeing black figures in the forest. This is a terrible idea. Maybe I'll find that lost boy. And I'll get a reward. Oh, you'll be so happy. This kid is 12. This kid is 12. This child is only 12 years old, not even a teenager yet. And not only Olya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while? Oh. Wow. Maybe I'll even save us from this. He's terrified his parents were gonna get a divorce. I fantasize about buying Olya Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. And a whole box of Kinder Surprise! Isn't that the chocolate egg things? When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Said as I look right at a toy. Last autumn, I think? My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. Hold on. Accountant. A song by an all-female Soviet pop band by the name of Kombinatsiya? Oh, Combination. That became widely popular in the early 90s. Is that real? Sorry to raid and run, but I gotta get food. Have a great rest of your stream. Alright. May your food be filling and your sleep be restful. And it's okay to raid and run. You're fine. Same thing goes with the rest of you. If you need a raid and run, that is perfectly fine. I greatly appreciate you being here as long as you have been. May your foods be filling and all of your sleep be restful. I'm probably gonna pass out. I just realized I gotta put this burger in the fridge. Frick. No. But I will probably pass out shortly after this stream is done in like 20 minutes. I'm running out of steam. I had little to no idea what the accountant's job... What was the accountant's job like? Account money, I think? Yes. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets. And Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Olya. Sometimes I gave her my share too. Aw, the good big brother. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. Oh, I wish I had a brother like that! My stepbrother sucked. Admittedly, I rarely ever talk about him. For good reason. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues.
Пойду погуляю.
I'm going outside. Which, by the way, all the voice acting from the game is in Russian.
Ага, сейчас.
Yeah, right.
Чтобы потом милиционеры с твоей фотографией по домам ходили.
I have been voicing. Hi, Amaretto! Alright, call a cat on stream. You want the police to go around with your photograph next?
Лес вон какой густой.
The forest is so thick.
А если мальчика
What if the
звери
boy
дикие
got
утащили?
snatched up
Или
by
того
wild
хуже?
animals or something even worse? Other predators? Get the shovel! Grab the wood chipper! We're going hunting! Yeah, like I said earlier, Amaretto and Puff have been really worried about me over these last few days. Which, understandably so, I don't think they've ever seen me go to the bathroom that many times in one, like, sitting. Like, within 10 minutes. Even worse, echoed through the hallway.
Да я рядом буду.
I won't
В лес
go
не пойду.
far, I'll stay away from the forest.
Что
No,
я
you
тебе
won't.
сказала? Мне дважды повторять.
Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself? Can I hit space? I
Лучше
can hit
портфель
space,
собери или
sweet!
соли поиграй.
Better go pack your school bag or play with Olya. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. Meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. Felt that. Ooh, I get to choose? Ooh, what is this? The dark, stuffy cloth. That's a... Huh. I guess that makes sense. It's a storage space. Use up everything you got. Yes, hello. Hi, Amaretto. Goodness and golly gee willikers, cat. Here you go. You got. Please be careful of the arm. It is broken. Not my arm, the chair's arm. If my arm was broken, I would not be playing this game. Admittedly, not only would I not be playing this game, I would not be streaming if my arm was broken. And I'd probably be learning how to draw with my left again. I used to be able to draw with my left. Then I had to write some stuff down and like, I have this giant painful IV in my hand, in my right hand. I can't use it. Let me write with my left, and I have lost my skill. I need to practice again, Amaretto. Ow! You little! That's the hand that had the IV in it! Ha! I will squish you! Squish! And she purrs up a storm. Squish, 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 squish! She's still purring! This little shit. I love her to death, but this little shit. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. Don't worry, she's not actually getting hurt. It's just me she's laid down and I'm putting my foot on top of her, not really putting much pressure on it, and just gently going squish, squish, squish. Squish, 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 squish. And she's just purring up a storm! Okay, that one's your fault, cat. She's now stuck in my sock. She has two paws. Two different paws stuck in my sock. Child, why are you like this? You have not learned that you should not use claw, use paw. Alright, she's unstuck. Ah, Hime. One of these days, I may actually go through the names of all of the Hydra heads that are in the sub... Technically sub only? Yeah, it is sub only. Emotes. Might do it one of these days. Maybe if I do another lore stream. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I do not hurt my cats as best I can. Every now and again, they will hook their claw into a piece of clothing and then be like, oop, gotta run, and forget they have the claw in the cloth, and so they hurt themselves. And all I can do is cry, and as I desperately struggle to be like, okay, let's get you out of there. Although there have been 2 times, one of which was 3 days, was it 3 days ago? It was 3 days ago. If I count today as 1 day, so 2 days ago? 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I picked up Amaretto, but her back claw got caught in my arm, but it was in the underside of the arm, and it went in, and wasn't coming out. So that was extremely painful for me, and I had to scream bloody murder for my husband to come over and free us both. And needless to say, I have not cried that hard in a while. I felt the Studio Ghibli tears running down my face. Goodness. Okay, if none of the mods have marked story time with Interactamon, y'all have been missing. And Oil can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Baba is living there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there was nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. She still didn't believe me. And I like to hide in the closet and listen to Oya's count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. And then drag her feet on creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Uh-oh. We've been noticed. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Oya there, but now I could only see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni? I grew to hate them already. Pelmeni? Pelmeni. I love the fact that they've included a glossary you can click on. A Russian variety of dumplings made by boiling thin unleavened dough filled with mince meat. One may even call it Russian fast food. Oof. I mean, dumplings sound good. Maybe when my sides stop hurting. Husbando, if we're not doing anything other than... If we're not doing anything, you know, uber big on date night, can we go get dumplings? It's on Tuesday.
We can do that.
Dumplings! dumplings, dumplings. Which, by the way, on Tuesday night specifically, it's all you can eat dumplings at one of the dumpling places here. It's called Steam Boys. Their dumplings are so good. I'll probably only eat the steam ones right now, but I may get fried. I don't know. I may be better by then. That's really cool. Alright. Uh-oh. Let's live. Let's see what this does. This is a terrible idea.
Мам, там что-то с телевизором случилось.
Something wrong with the TV.
Картинка какая-то тусклая, и экран весь
Stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted.
Без ножа меня режешь.
Ah, you're,
Настрелялся в уток своих.
you're killing me here. So have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? He plays duck hunt.
Говорила же, посадите
Told
мне
her the
кинескоп своей
Guinness.
приставкой.
Told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console.
Где мы теперь мастера найдем в дыре этой, а?
Where will we find a TV technician in this hole, huh? I don't know, next century?
Может быть, просто настройки
Maybe
сбились?
it's just the settings?
Сходи, посмотри,
Please, go
пожалуйста.
see for yourself.
Нормально же работал с утра.
Fine in the morning.
Из-за снегопада, наверное, неполадки.
Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Olya's room. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we did this. Oh, we can actually interact with stuff. Wait, what? No time for this. Mom will come back soon. To the front yard! Oh no. I opened the front gate and went into the field. Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. When I crossed half the distance toward the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. I remembered my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. The hypnotizing music started playing in my head all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like simple dreams. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Ooh, that's a good way to describe that. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me. And a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. The time reached its limit, a one-way trip that ended at the forest's piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya turned to stone listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together. Almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day it all changed. Something important had left our home, and something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke out and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? The people with dead, cold eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home? The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything? And somewhere far away, a siren is going off, trying to warn us of some coming menace. Oh my goodness, you do have bottle cap eyeglasses. Goodness. I shuddered. Whoa. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. What is it, Grekane?
Someone wants you to compliment them.
Oh no, I gotta compliment myself. Why? I've got a good reading voice? I guess. There were only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up an icy dust. and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. What do you mean, deal with it? Yeah, I'm saying I think I have a good reading voice. It's up to y'all if I do or not. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. Obsessed with his Christmas stocking kitty toy for some reason this week. Aww. Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Uh-oh, I see a glove. Were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowning in snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among hungering semi-dark. This time it was under him in his bed when I picked him up. Aww. Should I take it to the police? Yes! The senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Light. To the glossary! A Russian mystery TV series telling a story of the daily daily life of Russian police officers. It's the longest running series in the history of Russian TV at the moment. I wonder if that's actually a thing. He was always anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Bova! I heard a distant I heard a distant shout. Looked like it came from the river. Bova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Bova! It sounded closer to me. Someone was standing there behind the trees, hiding. Bova! I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still, something was unsettling about that figure. Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally toward the ground. Its blackness. There's no one there, just branches and roots. I will take the pets. I am in pain. It's all just my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. Oh, sugar! The shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. Spent 10 minutes as to why I couldn't hear you. My mic is on! I looked away for just a moment, but when I turned my gaze back to the same place, it was gone. Wow, I didn't even notice. So it was my imagination after all? Silence reigned for a painfully long time. Oh, your headset derped. Blurp. Footprints. Oh, new version of the old one. Cool. My muscles were tightly sprung, my heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket and I'd sprint. I stab at thee with a holy fork. But nothing of the oof. But nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten once more. This is gonna be a terrible idea, but take. I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. That was a bad idea. Oh shit. Bova. Okay, I gotta stare at OBS. A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved in the distance. No echo, no hope for a reply. I stepped towards the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. It didn't budge. I pulled harder, the branch cracked and the mitten tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound. All too heavy, wet. I squeezed it without thinking and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny string between the mitten and the snow. Steam rose from the snow pile. Blood. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Try Russian folklore there, Gigi. Red. Sound of cracking branches invaded the silence. I didn't have to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. Snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. But there was one more voice, probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You could do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud, my ears went numb. It felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Their nostrils sucked in air, or freezing air. They sensed my fear. Two giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow fell over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. The roars were coming from all directions now. From the dried-up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, from under the windfall. I hope you can hear me over all the noise. Hurry, run! Don't look back! It felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing became viscous like quicksand. I was stuck in place. Pulled my leg from the mushy trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing this wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. Gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone, my boots slipped out of the hole, and my soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump from there, ran to my house. Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures were hidden under the snow. I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks. As if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed those marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. Couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if you were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and it obediently gave way. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. Gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. I might need to... I'm gonna snooze those ads real quick. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. Again, all of the voice acting is in Russian. What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door?
Я случайно.
I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone. The breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here, mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring. And with it, the last bit of strength I had left. The last bit of strength I had left my body, too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow.
Ты где был?
Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home.
Я и для тебя пустое
Am I
место.
nothing to you? I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out.
У отца сигареты пропали.
Your dad can't find his cigarettes.
Признавайся, ты
Be
их
honest,
стащил?
did you snatch them?
Курить бегаешь?
What are you smoking in secret?
Там
There was someone chasing me. I thought...
Думаю,
I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes.
Are you smoking in secret? Come on. At your age, I was already smoking openly in public. Grow up, man.
Oof. Oof. Mom leaned toward me and sniffed my clothes like a bee searching for the smell of tobacco. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant and she covered her mouth with her hand.
Гляди, вон же они. Прямо у
Look over
забора.
there, at the fence! My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again and my pursuers were following me in the field. I could swear that I've heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window facing my fear. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in the snow through the icy wintered patterns on the glass. Kid, you got lucky. Dogs! Just a small pack of strays with no name and owner. Barely reminding... Okay, I did read that right. Barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest.
Божечки, ты их
What are
испугался?
you scared of them?
Да они сами тебя перепугаются, Антон.
I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton.
они гнались за
They
мной,
were chasing me like a
словно
bunny.
за зайцем. А вдруг они бешеные?
What if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them.
Что если они нападут на Олю?
What if they attack Olya?
Мам,
Вот бы твой отец их
I wish her
всех
dad could
перестрелял.
just shoot them all.
мама, они живые.
They're alive.
А что?
Huh? What?
Ты уж определись? Они тебе
Are they your
друзья или
friends or
враги?
foe after all? Make up your mind.
Не маленький ведь уже.
You're not a little kid anymore. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that I bit my lower lip and fixed my gaze on the cobweb-ridden corner just to keep myself from crying. Well, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. What for? What use did I have for this? Mitten. Of course. Dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishing sound in my hand. Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. My trump card is a detective. She's going through a lot. Ready to present this clue to my mom.
Мам, смотри, это Вовина варежка.
This is Volva's mitten.
Ну того, про которого утром милиция
That boy the
спрашивала.
police were asking about in the morning.
Она вся в крови.
Searched the blood. I
На
found it
дереве
hanging
висела.
on a tree. I
Вон
could show
там,
you
могу
where.
показать. Давай в милицию
Yep.
скорее позвоним. Как нас
We
участковый
started away
просил.
like the officer told us to.
Мам, гляди. Фу.
Shadow of doubt slowly crept into Mom's contorted face. As if she were trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away.
А ну-ка прекрати сейчас же.
Stop it at this moment.
Оля тебя
Oh, you will
услышит,
go
с ума
insane
сойдет.
if she hears you.
Она и так не спит.
She already has
На
trouble
всё подряд
sleeping and
жалуется.
whines all the time.
Еще и ты со
And
своими
you joke
шуточками.
around like this. The moment I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. Wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment.
Иди сюда,
Come here,
пылесос.
my boy, you cried wolf.
Да не стой,
Oh,
Антон.
don't just stand there. Come take your pills.
Быстро
Pills! Oh, speaking of, I need to take my metformin. Oh, yeah. My, by the way, I'm currently overhydrated, so I need to be careful. Yay. Golden colored pill reminiscent of a dead wasp fell into my hand. Oh, dadgummit.
Я уже пил сегодня.
How do
За
you talk
завтраком.
during breakfast?
Попререкайся
Don't
мне
talk
еще.
over me.
Сказала
Told
дома
you to
сидеть.
stay
Нет,
home and
был
you
бы отец
I
выпорол.
would have given you a good whipping for that.
Сейчас же выпей, а то ночью не
Come on,
уснешь.
take it or you won't be
Тебе
able
в
to
школу
sleep at
завтра.
night, and you have school tomorrow. Okay. Starting to feel a bit more clear. That's fair. Ugh. Darn. Ugh. I'm really hoping my kidneys are feeling a lot better tomorrow morning. So I had to swallow the bitter medication. Drinking it down was similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Oof. Definitely felt that. I had a colonoscopy. Maybe it wasn't Vova's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters. And Olya's owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had immediate effect or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it.
Антон,
You
выпил?
done?
Можешь, если захочешь.
See? You can do it when you try.
Раздевайся.
Take off
Уснул,
your
что ли?
coat. Are you asleep?
Нет, мам, просто задумался.
I was just thinking.
Интересно, о чем же?
Other pen? Cool. What about, I wonder?
Так,
It's just something silly. Ooh. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son, not some doppelganger that came from the forest.
Точно все нормально?
Was everything alright? No.
У тебя такое лицо
You
было,
had the exact
когда
same
милиционер
expression when the
про окно
policeman
спросил.
asked you about the window. Moist. I am not moist. I am overhydrated. Moist is lightly wet.
все нормально, мам.
You are not okay, kid. She heaved a deep sigh.
Хорошо.
Fine. Seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. Melody from Aladdin? You're missing a letter there, my friend. Too much water. Did you get a pee break? Well, like I said, actually, I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay, you got a sub badge. You should be able to. I had a colonoscopy today. Sugar. Okay. Where is the save feature in this game? Menu. You're going to save, because I said don't let... I need to, There we go. I need to end stream. I have gone too long already. No wonder. Wonder I'm feeling terrible. Alright, so, any suggestions? So I'm definitely going to be playing this again. I'll probably play it tomorrow. I don't remember what we voted on last time. Was there a vote last time? Oh, well. I'm overwriting it and we're playing this tomorrow. If I play games tomorrow. Ah. Yes, and we've saved. Alright, so, like I said, any suggestions on who we should raid? If not, I'll pick someone at random from my list. I'm gonna hobble back to the scene. I am in so much pain! Ah! Yeah, no, that went way too long. Oldie's live? Huh. Since when did she stream this late? Oh well. It's something. Alrighty. So tomorrow, if I do stream and I'm not completely wiped out from the day, I'll be streaming more Tiny Bunny. That is the name of this game, for those that came in late. It is a, as you can tell, Russian. It's a Russian horror game. Thankfully, we have English subtitles, for lack of better phrasing. So, let me see. Boop. Question is Goldie doing anything I want to be a part of? I think she's ending. Does she go longer than 2 hours? There's nothing going on the screen. I do not know what's going on there. You're good, you're good. Let's see. Oh yeah, the HCS is going on in Charlotte. At this point, when is it not on fire? I guess I'll read Goldie if she's still going. Like, there's nothing moving on the screen, so I can't tell. Okay, I have turned that up as high as I can. I don't hear any. Do any of y'all hear something? Nope. Yeah. I'm gonna read someone I can actually hear. Sorry, Goldie, guys. It's probably just there's a lot of stuff Goldie needs to fix on her stream. So here's Bronzo with marbles on stream. Not really a lot. Oh, Concho Dreamer finally got partner. Nice. Oh, Ginger Crust is doing Stardew Valley. I don't think I've rated Ginger in a long time. Oh, they're a fellow crocheter. Did she decorate the mushroom room? She decorated the mushroom room. Oh, I guess the mushroom cave. Alright. I cannot keep holding on there, GG. I am about to fall out of this chair. So, anyway, with all that said, I guess I'll give you this time. All of that said. If I stream tomorrow, it will probably start at 5. Bye. Oof. I'm guessing she didn't fix it. Or couldn't. But, I'll be starting at 5, or at least attempting to. Probably gonna be playing more Tiny Bunny. And then I will hopefully go back to relatively regularly scheduled programming. Eventually. Since the 11th is next week, any votes are going to be overridden. because the 11th is my anniversary. We've been married for 10 years. A whole decade. Which means technically we've been together for 14 years. Well, look at that. 14. But yeah, but with all that said, we're gonna go raid Ginger Crush. But yeah. So, y'all, please be safe, be careful, make good decisions, and I will see you guys, hopefully, if I'm feeling up to it, tomorrow for another stream. Good night, everybody. And thank you all for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Now let's go raid Ginger Crush. It's just chatting. Bless her heart, she's got to have something moving on her screen. Maybe she could find a gif of something like dancing or something. But anyway, that's just me criticizing the stream. Alright, good night everybody.